Herc-Cuvellos, and on the tie-breaking criteria, the countback, if you will, Dwight Frazier sending Ron Donaldson out now with whatever instructions he gave him. Dwight Frazier boxed for Jamaica in '84, but he's from Brampton. Also working Ron Donaldson's corner is his teammate at Ring 83 in Montreal, and there he is, Herc-Cuvellos, who boxed for Canada earlier here at the Alexander Memorial Coliseum and was beaten on a countback in his welterweight bout. Now Donaldson set to start the third round of this middleweight bout against Alexander Lebziak of Russia. That's Donaldson in the blue, Lebziak in the red. Russ, what do you want to see your fighter do here in the third round?
Well, the one thing I'd like to see him doing, and that's not what I want to see him doing. I want to see him moving to his right to stay away from the power of Lebziak. Try to get on the outside of Lebziak's body. That's the first thing. Once he gets in that position, then at least he's got a chance to score. There's a shot behind the head. If he can do that and stay away from the power, it'll obviously increase his chances to score his own blows. But as long as he's laying right in front of Lebziak, standing right in front of his line of fire, and moving to his left, Lebziak is lining him up with the right hand.
In his amateur career, Ron Donaldson, to my recollection, has only been knocked down once, and that was by
Greg
Griffith, pardon me, the name escaped me for a second, at the Nationals in Brampton. Knocked down, he's knocked out. That's why he's boxing for Jamaica here. He's had 2 standing 8 counts in this round. Both fighters busy now in the center of the ring.
Well, at least Ron can say he gave the Russian a bloody nose. Yes, sir. A cut on the bridge of the nose of Lebziak. And that's not so, you know, that it's right on the bridge of the nose. Hopefully it's not bad enough that it's something that would keep him out of the tournament.
Well, give Ron Donaldson credit. He is game. Taking the fight now to Alexander Lebziak. 13 points may be too much to make up, but he's not quitting.
You know, he's been in there. He's been in the fight the whole time. He's just up against a superior guy with a lot of power. We've never questioned Ron's heart. That's the one thing that's gotten him to where he is. His tenacity, his never give up attitude.
See, a lot of fighters in this tournament, Russ, get to the third round in bouts against fighters the caliber of Alexander Lebziak and just try and stay out of trouble. Give Ron Donaldson credit for what he's doing here. Now they're calling the doctor up to have a look at this cut on the bridge of Lebziak's nose. It'd be highly unlikely they'd stop it.
I don't think they could stop it. You know, he does have the lead. He is the winning fighter. What I'm concerned about is, and you know, he's got a few days to recover, but you know, you don't want to see him be out of the tournament as a result of this after having won a fight.
That one rocked Donaldson. Third standing 8 count.
That's more off balance than it is pain. Ron just throwing punches, leaning forward, off balance, gets caught with a shot. But as you can see, the legs are solid, the legs are strong.
He's had 3 standing 8s. One more will stop the fight. Now they really mix it up. Donaldson charging at Lebziak, who gets him in the clinch to take the pressure off. A minute to go in round 3.
And through all that, not a point. Not a point for the cut on the nose, nothing. Ron has been stuck at 3 since the third round began. And now that cut, you know, had to come from somewhere.
That's right. That goes back to the point that we made earlier. It's awfully hard for the opponent when he gets down against a fighter the caliber of Lebziak to get credit for any scoring blows. That's been the pattern in this Olympic Games tournament.
Right hand from Lebziak again. He's trying it again.
However, we would be foolish to suggest that Lebziak is not winning this fight, and soundly so.
Oh, no, of course he is. He's doing a fine performance. You know, the best we can do is give the credit to Ron, the credit he deserves to even be here after the setback in Brampton. His career was over at that point. He thought of giving it all up, and then the door opened and he was able to be here. And for a guy like Ron Donaldson, through all the years that he's been through, to be here at all the things he's been through over the years, to be here at the Olympics, I'm proud of him regardless of what happens. And look what he's doing. He's taking it to the Russian, and he's going toe-to-toe with him after being hit with some bombs in there.
And the Russian knows he's got a commanding lead, so he wants no part of Ron Donaldson now over the final 20 seconds of the fight. They'll clean the cut up again, but that's all it will be, is a cleanup. Donaldson trying to track Lebziak down, willing to mix it up with him. Lebziak isn't quite so willing.
How could there be not a point in that entire flurry?
Well, one came up.
As I was saying that, there was not one up.
Just took a while for it to come up, but that's the end of it. Well, a pretty game effort by Ron Donaldson, Russ.
More than pretty game. More than pretty game. That's a lot of heart. Takes the 2 standing 8 counts, gets hit with some bombs, and is still firing back in a no-win situation. Trailing almost impossibly to catch up and still throwing punches with 10 seconds left to go in the bout.
Now, Russ, as we await the decision and see what transpired, well, that was a scoring blow, no question about that.
That was 2 scoring blows right there. The jab and the right hand both landed.
I was going to say, as we await the decision, let's talk about what Ron Donaldson's future in boxing is. Is he done?
This is it. He told me from here on in, this was his last one. This was the last hurrah, was to go to the Olympics. And what I'll tell you this, what he is going to do now, myself and him and Otis Grant are assuming control of the pro career of Herc Kivelos when he turns pro in Montreal. Ron is going to be in our corner, working in the gym with myself and Herc, and getting him ready for his pro career.
So Ron Donaldson now appearing in the center of the ring as a competitor for the final time. Alexander Lebziak is confirmed as the winner, 20-4 the final count, and that's the end of Ron Donaldson's career. He goes out on a pretty good note. Ron, you knew the Russian was going to be tough, but you came up with a very inspired effort, left the ring to a nice ovation. What'd you think?
Well, like you said, I left the ring. He was strong, he was a better fighter, and he was tough. First round, right off the bat, I was going out there trying, maybe get on defense on him, but he was just too sharp. He was just so sharp that I couldn't block the punches, and everything he shot at me, most of it scored, unfortunately.
Yeah, he piled up the points. There's no question he won the fight, but were you left to wonder where your points were? After all, you cut him on the nose and no point came up for that.
Well, with this computer system I've been through before, and usually when a guy looks stronger, the judges are more keen to press his button, and I guess that was the situation here.
Yeah, no point in worrying about it now because you're on to different things. Russ has told us you're retiring, and what's next in your life?
Oh boy, I'm going to miss this, but
I know it's tough.
I think, I've had a great time in boxing and everything, but I made it to the Olympics, and that was my goal. I'll put thanks. I'll put other priorities to other part of my life now.
Well, Russ has told us what the priority is. You're going to work in the corner of this guy when he turns pro. Herc Kivelos, eh?
Well, that's one of the things we're working on, and if Herc does decide to turn pro, we'll definitely be helping out with him, plus help some of the other young kids at the gym.
No, it's a sad time for you to say goodbye to boxing, but you were a great fighter, Ron. Congratulations. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, Scott.
Wow.